Hey guys, I have a story for you guys. So let me tell you, the Zuby Garden has been up and running for 7 years now. I'm the primary grower, and other people from the community, volunteers, and people that are hired maintain and care for the garden. However, this year, a woman reached out to me and told me she needed somewhere to put her plants. She was growing a few things. So I said, yes, you can utilize these 3 beds. I told her all she had to do was weed out this corner, bring her own soil. Now, this is my first time doing this, and unfortunately, it's going to be my last. Unless I do a complete and utter background check on the person that wants to grow and ask people that have grown with them what it's like, what they are like, rather, and what it was like growing with them and sharing a space with them. I've never allowed another grower to share the space with me until this year. So it was constantly issues. First, it was an issue with her rearranging our space. She wanted to move things and put things where she felt they should be. And I told her that was not acceptable on my behalf. So that was fine. She acted like everything was okay. She wasn't going to touch anything, even though she kept moving my table. So fast forward into Sunday, the brothers came out and helped me weed this side, and we watered the plant. So I noticed that we have 5 55-gallon water barrels. We catch rainwater from the roof, and it goes flows down the tunnel and goes into the barrels. So I noticed we are very low on water. So I sent her a text, good morning, please don't touch the water in the garden. You're going to have to start bringing your own water. She goes utterly and completely off, telling me she's calling the city. This isn't my space. She's gonna have the city officials come out here because she don't know what's going on in this space, and I'm not in charge of this space. Mind you, the lease has been in my name for the last 7 years. So I kindly just told her, you're no longer welcome to the garden. I need you to come get your plants and go. It was just, that was it. Now, mind you, I went to a funeral this morning. She bothered me the entire morning. Even after I told this woman, I have a funeral to attend. I will talk to you tomorrow. You can come get your plants tomorrow. We'll set up a time. You can come get your things. Now, this sister was problematic at another garden. However, I didn't find out that till after I already had allowed her to share our garden. So now she's calling the police and blah, 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 and a bunch of all this other different stuff. And it's just like, it's too much. So now we're at the point where she's like trying to, I don't know, sabotage the garden or badmouth us at the garden. However, I allowed you in our space. This is our space. The community and myself and volunteers and hires have maintained this space for almost 7 years. We didn't get any funding this year, but 2 prior years, we were funded by different organizations that allowed me to hire more people, to grow more food, to put more things in the garden. Like the fountain you see, the windmill, the beds, even the greenhouse came up under a grant we got maybe. It was a small neighborhood grant maybe 4 or 5 years ago. Verizon, all upper management, they came out and they put it together for us, which was completely and utterly a blessing. However, though, now I have this lady trying to cause all types of unnecessary drama, and the real losers are her plants because they're doing extremely well. And I hate to have to ask her to go, but she has constantly been a problem. Then she's telling me what I'm going to do in our space. Like, I just met you through different channels. She said we met before. I don't really remember if we did, but, at the gardening, being in a gardener in Newark, it's a lot of different gardeners you meet over the years and all that. So maybe I just don't remember her. But however, it's like you can't come here in our space and think you're going to do what you want to do. It just doesn't work like that. That's not the way life works. That's not the way things work, period. First, it was with the beds. She wants to grow outside the beds, and I'm telling her, I don't do that. Just please utilize the 3 beds that I allowed you to use. I gave her free reign of the garden. I made sure the lock wasn't locked and she can come in and out as she pleases. Also, it wasn't just for her I kept it unlocked. It was also because my nephew lives close in the area, and he's the one that comes and waters the garden when it needs to be watered. Now, because of her, I had to go buy a 6-foot chain this morning so that I can lock the garden, because I don't want her to come in here to retrieve her plants and do anything to our other babies, because she's upset. So, like I said, this is over the water. Check out our water system. And I told her I'm low on water. So I wasn't going to sacrifice my plants for her plants. We're just not going to do that. And it would take nothing more for her to bring a couple of gallons of water with her to water what she needs to water in these 3 beds. I don't see the problem with that, but it's just a sad day. So for future reference, I definitely will not just be growing with anybody. I'll just keep it as me, I'm the main grower and gardener, and that's it. I thought bringing somebody in to share the space would be good, because I was not utilizing these 3 beds. I haven't used these 3 beds in maybe 2 years. I think it's been 2 years. This growing season and last growing season. Growing the 2 seasons, okay, so yeah, the last 2 seasons I haven't used it, but one season I tried to plant okra in it, in this bed, and I forgot what I put in that bed. And I don't think I've ever used that bed. No, that's the okra bed. That was the okra bed. But yeah, it's just, I'm over it. Completely and utterly over it. I wish I would have knew that she would be this problematic. Because now I have to come over here every time my nephew needs the water. I have to come over here to open the fence. Because now I have to keep it locked, because I don't know how she's going to behave after she's asked to leave the garden. You can't come inside someone else's space and try to take over. It just doesn't work like that. And she will not stress me out like she stressed the last brother out that shared the garden with her. I'm sorry, I'm not him. We're not going to do that. You'll be removed, and that's just it. That's just it. Yeah, well, that's the end of my story, guys. Today's been a tough day so far. Now, I'm not going to say, let me stop for a lot. Not a tough day. It's been a trying day. I'm going to say that.